Hello friends, welcome to Defense Matrix. On this channel you will get fully information about defense and technology. See the videos about world forgotten histories on this channel. Let's view the video. What makes the F-35 the most expensive jet ever? The $1.7 trillion program. How did it get so expensive? $1.7 trillion. That's not just a price tag, it's the most expensive weapons program in human history. The F-35 Lightning II wasn't just built as a jet. It was designed as a multirole, fifth-generation solution for 3 different U.S. military branches and nearly a dozen allied nations. But what started as a unified vision turned into a financial monster. At the core of this cost lies an ambitious goal: create one jet for all. The U.S. Air Force wanted a nimble fighter. The Navy needed carrier operations. The Marines demanded vertical takeoff capability. These conflicting requirements meant custom builds for each branch, tripling design and development costs. Then came the prototypes, dozens of them. Each tested, scrapped, or rebuilt. The software? A behemoth on its own. Over 8 million lines of code, more than any aircraft in history. Every update adds millions in new expenses. Add the global partners. 17 countries invested billions into production, supply chains, training, and facilities. Each required unique adjustments, inflating costs further. What about production delays? Over a decade of development setbacks meant new technologies became outdated even before mass deployment. So, costs doubled again to modernize jets not yet fully deployed, and we're not just talking about building jets. The $1.7 trillion includes maintenance, operations, pilot training, spare parts, and upgrades projected for the next 50 years. So how did the F-35 become so expensive? It wasn't just the jet. It was the vision of the future, stretched by politics, global interests, technical hurdles, and decades of evolving threats. The result? The world's most capable and costly fighter jet. Stealth comes at a price. Cutting-edge tech breakdown. What makes the F-35 invisible? Its stealth technology is what truly sets it apart and drives the cost sky high. First, the radar-absorbing materials. The F-35's skin isn't just paint. It's a specially engineered composite designed to deflect radar waves, making the aircraft nearly undetectable. Maintaining this stealth coating is so delicate and expensive, even a small dent can cost tens of thousands of dollars to repair. Next, the sensor fusion system. The F-35 collects data from 6 infrared sensors, radar, satellites, and other aircraft, then fuses this data in real time to give the pilot a complete 360-degree threat picture. It's like having a battlefield supercomputer strapped to your face. That face? It's the Gen 3 helmet, worth nearly $400,000 per unit. It lets pilots see through the aircraft, literally. Using the distributed aperture system, pilots look down and see through the floor using live sensor feeds. Add in the electronic warfare suite, capable of jamming enemy radars, spoofing missiles, and conducting cyber warfare while airborne. That's millions more. Let's not forget the engine. The Pratt & Whitney F-135 is the most powerful fighter engine ever built. It allows the F-35B to hover like a helicopter and blast off vertically. That one feature added billions in research and specialized maintenance costs. Then there's the software, a beast of complexity. The F-35 needs constant updates to stay ahead of evolving threats, with cybersecurity protections baked into every layer. Each software patch can cost millions and take months to certify. The F-35 isn't just a fighter jet. It's a flying data center, stealth assassin, and electronic warfare hub rolled into one, and every bit of that bleeding-edge technology comes with a price. A very big one. One jet to rule them all. The cost of versatility. Imagine designing a smartphone that works underwater, flies a drone, edits Hollywood films, and makes coffee. Now imagine doing that with a fighter jet. The F-35 was built with one mission: serve all branches of the U.S. military with a single aircraft. That idea sounds efficient until you try to execute it. Each branch had different dreams. The Air Force wanted a nimble, high-speed, long-range jet. The Navy demanded carrier-capable landing gear, tailhooks, and wing-folding mechanisms. The Marines needed short takeoff and vertical landing capability, essentially turning the jet into a flying Harrier replacement. So instead of building one jet, the Pentagon ended up building 3 versions of the F-35, F-35A for the Air Force, F-35B for the Marines with vertical lift, F-35C for the Navy with carrier durability. Each version has its own airframe tweaks, unique systems, and structural reinforcements. This meant 3 production lines, 3 supply chains, and triple the complexity, not to mention triple the cost. The need to satisfy all users led to massive design compromises. The F-35 had to be stealthy and lightweight, but also rugged enough for carrier landings. It had to be agile in air combat, yet strong enough to hover vertically, and complexity breeds more than cost. It breeds delays. Redesigns, and failures. Testing revealed unexpected issues with landing gear, sensors, weight distribution, and fuel systems. Every modification led to millions in re-engineering. This jack-of-all-trades approach may have given the Pentagon its dream aircraft, but it sacrificed cost efficiency, speed of production, and maintenance simplicity. In trying to build one aircraft for all, the F-35 became the most over-engineered fighter in history, and that over-engineering came with a staggering price tag: maintenance mayhem, the hidden costs of keeping it flying. Owning an F-35 isn't just about buying the jet, it's about keeping it flying. And that's where the true cost begins. Each F-35 costs around $80 to $100 million to purchase. But over its lifetime, the operation and maintenance costs can reach over $38,000 per flight hour. That means flying it for just 1 hour costs more than a luxury car. Why so expensive? Start with the stealth coating. This radar-absorbing skin is ultra-sensitive. Rain, heat, even bugs can damage it. A tiny scratch requires specialized technicians and expensive materials to repair. Next comes the software ecosystem. With over 8 million lines of code, keeping the system updated is a logistical nightmare. Every software patch needs to be thoroughly tested and approved before deployment. Delays in updates mean grounded jets and millions in lost readiness. Then there's Alice, the autonomic logistics information system, once hailed as the brain that would keep the fleet humming. Instead, it became a bureaucratic bottleneck. Alice was buggy, slow, and inaccurate, causing more downtime than it prevented. It was eventually replaced with Odin, but not before billions were wasted. Each F-35 also requires unique tools, diagnostic systems, and maintenance crews trained for months just to perform basic tasks. Spare parts? Often backordered for months. One missing part can ground an entire squadron, and let's not forget the engine. The powerful F-135 engine requires regular overhauls, and those come with sky-high repair costs and specialized facilities. All this adds up to an unavoidable truth: the F-35 may be stealthy in the sky, but on the ground, its costs are loud and relentless. The Pentagon may have bought cutting-edge air superiority, but it also inherited a maintenance nightmare: the politics of defense spending. Who really profits? Behind the F-35's trillion-dollar price tag lies something bigger than engineering, politics, and profit. Lockheed Martin, the jet's primary contractor, spread production across 45 U.S. states. Why? Jobs. Congressional representatives from those states are unlikely to cancel a program that supports thousands of workers back home, even if it's over budget. Lobbying efforts ensured constant funding. Defense contractors secured long-term government deals, guaranteeing profits for decades. Regardless of performance, international partners invested billions, locking them into the program. Once in, they couldn't back out without major losses. The result: a jet that's not just expensive by accident, but by political design. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel Defense Matrix for more interesting videos.